Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an episode of Tank Talks Movies. And today, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite movies ever made. And a lot of kids' favorite movies ever made back in the, early 90s. That movie is Jurassic Park. My collection has 1 through 3 on it already. See, we can open the thing up and we got raptors and other things like that. But we're talking about the first film today, Jurassic Park. This was by far one of my favorite movies ever made. Because, who didn't like dinosaurs back in the day as a kid? And then they make a movie about it. That wasn't Land Before Time. This was a little more adult contented. We see people get eaten, and we get, we see a goat get eaten. We see giant robotic animatronic T-Rexes. Pretty damn good CGI, like Brachiosaurs. And a pretty cool looking Dilophosaurus. Alright guys, let me tell you about this movie. It starts off on the island Islam Nublar. I probably fucked up that name, but oh well. They're delivering pretty much probably a raptor to its new habitat, and they end up, some guy ends up falling in towards where the opening is, and the raptor grabs it, pretty much kills him. Then we cut to I guess it's a mine. It's an ember mine. They're digging up embers. We find a lawyer is trying to talk with John Hammond, but John Hammond's not there because his daughter's getting a divorce and stuff like that. Then a funny scene happens where the lawyer's going through the mine, and he bonks his head on a pole, like a beam or something. Then they find a mosquito in, cherry sap. It's pretty much just prehistoric tree sap. Then, after that, we cut to the Badlands. Then we meet Dr. Grant and Dr. Sadler. Dr. Aaron Grant and Dr. Sadler. Okay. He's a paleontologist. I know I'm probably butchering these words, guys. I apologize. But, they're digging up dinosaurs. And then they're starting to dig up some dinosaurs, and they have this weird tracking thing. When I was younger, because they put a shotgun shell in it to boom, I thought it was just a big ass gun. No, it shoots a tracker into the ground, and the vibration sends a message to the computer to see where the fossil is. I always thought that was pretty kick-ass. Then they go. Then John Hammond shows up with his helicopter, and it's pretty much blowing the dirt all back over the fossils they just think. So they're grabbing their clothes to cover up the thing and just knee. So Aaron goes off and no, not Aaron. Alan Grant goes into their trailer to find John Hammond, who's popping a thing of champagne or wine, or one of them tall bottles. It definitely wasn't whiskey. So, Dr. Sadler comes in and joins them in the camper, and she's just irate at the time, but then she calms down for a little bit. Well, she just calms down. And he's asked them to, John Hammond asked them to join him at his amusement park on Isla Nublar. And they're like, oh, we just dug up a new fossil, and we don't have much time. And then he mentions he will, put more money in for their dig, and for the next 7 years, or something like that. And they're like, alright, where's the plane? Blah, blah. So, now they're all on the helicopter. And we meet the lawyer again. I'm sorry guys, his name is going blank to me. We got Sadler, Grant, Hammond, well, the lawyer, I can't think of his name, and possibly one of the stars of the movie, Mr. Jeff Goldblum, playing Ian. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum is probably the best character in this movie besides the dinosaurs. But now, when they finally get to the island, they get loaded up in all these jeeps, and they're trying to figure out, like, all these, like, this plant life should be extinct, blah 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 blah. And all of a sudden they're just like, they stop. Alan's wearing like sunglasses, and he does one of these. He's like shocked, and he grabs Ellie, that's Ellie Sadler's head, and he turns it for her, and then she just takes off her sunglasses, and to see the shock of what they actually get to see is living, breathing dinosaurs. Pretty good CGI for the time, I've got to say. It's better than some of these asylum film type CGIs. Oh my god, those series suck. Alright, listen. When I was a younger kid and I saw these dinosaurs for the first time, I probably nearly shit myself, like, because excitement, because I was just a huge fan of dinosaurs, and still technically am. Just more kaiju type of dinosaurs like Godzilla, but I digress. This movie is pretty cool because they see these dinosaurs, and then it's like, how fast do they go, because they see a big giant Brachiosaurus and like Stegosaurus and different types of dinosaurs. And then John Hammond goes, well, we clocked the T-Rex at 35 miles per hour. That's a fast dinosaur. Alright. So they go to like the visitor center type deal, and we meet Lex and Tim. Those are John Hammond's grandchildren. And apparently Lex is a cybernaut. Or a hacker. She's kind of a nerdy girl. But that's okay. The tour goes on as actually they go, prior to them meeting the kids, they're on like a little ride thing where they go around and they're showing the what the scientists do and everything, and how they made the dinosaurs and Mr. DNA and all that stuff. That's pretty cool. Then we actually meet the head scientist, Henry Wu. He, explains to them that the dinosaurs all in Jurassic Park are all female. And, Jeff Goldblum's character, why? How do you know? Because, you look up the dinosaur skirts, etc. And they're like, no, we control their chromosomes. It just takes one more thing to not make them male. Alright. Then, Jeff Goldblum's character goes on just a little rant type deal during dinner, and then they finally we're going on the tour to see the actual other dinosaurs that are in the park. Then they meet Lex and Tim. Tim just starts talking Alan's ear off, so she does a little reverse psychology and has the kid go inside this car, and then all of a sudden he closes the door. It's kind of a slight difference between the movie and the book, because Alan is not against these children in the book. He's actually sitting there and he's listening to what Tim has to say and everything like that. And Alan actually gets some feedback back to him. But I digress. I'll probably do a book thing about the book some other day. But this is Tank Talks Movies. Okay. Okay, they're on the tour. Dilophosaurus shows up, then nothing shows up, All this other stuff, they're trying to find dinosaurs, but they don't see them. They finally see one dinosaur, and it's a Triceratops, but in the book I'm going to tell you, it's technically supposed to be a Stegosaurus. But, in my opinion, Triceratops are a lot cooler than Stegosaurus is, so I'm glad the movie decided to use a Stego instead. I mean a Triceratops. Okay. Then they get back in the cars, but Ellie Sadler decides to stay with the sick dinosaur to figure out what made it kind of technically she thought could be poisonous. Alright. They're back on the tour, and they pretty much go and they finally get to like the T-Rex pen. And it's just starting to pour right now, and then, somebody screws up the programming, making the fences shut off, etc. Then we got a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex walking around, just roaring. Lex, being unknowing what to do, she pulls out a flashlight, starts looking the flashlight around, and it attracts the T-Rex, and the T-Rex tries to get a meal by its snout slamming into the the roof of the thing, and apparently that wasn't supposed to happen in the actual footage, but apparently it really worked, and the kids were safe, but it was probably scary for them at the time. And then we got actually technically before the Tyrannosaurus slams his mouth into the roof of the car, the lawyer goes running off, and he runs into a small little bathroom area, and yeah, when you gotta go, I guess. And the T-Rex got a shitty meal, I guess. Then, you know, he starts crushing the car, you know, and it goes over the side of the wall, and you know, and Tim's is still in the car, and you know, Lex is pretty much hanging on Grant, and he's like, "Oh, you're talking like, you know what? Okay." Alan gets Tim out of the tree. Those three are just going through the thing. They climb this really, really big tree, and a big Brachiosaurus is eating right near them, and then it sneezes on Lex. Then, you know, they finally get back to the center, and they just go and they start eating Jello and other stuff, but there's raptors in the building, and and then the end of the film starts coming closer and closer to the end, and we see, I don't know how this T-Rex got into this building, because he definitely couldn't fit through the door. He just grabs a hold of one of the raptors and kills it, throws it. Here goes another one. You know, the raptors pretty much team up against their new foe. Raptors pretty much lose. Alright, guys. That was pretty much Jurassic Park. I really enjoyed this movie. I actually love this movie. It's probably one of the best movies ever made. And, you know what? If you want to hear me talk more about Jurassic Park, there's a link down in the description to me and Protomet actually doing a kaiju review on Jurassic Park. Well, this has been Tank Talks Movies Jurassic Park, guys. Time to sign off again. Till next time, my friends. Keep on keeping on. Later.